Hello and welcome to Big Scott 35 Wednesday edition, where I'm just showing some additions to the old PC. You know, uh, got some nice cards this week. Some, down the middle, what I consider down the middle. Not the high end, nothing too extraordinary, but not base either. But what I want to start off with is Mr. Fisher Bike and hashtag Card Crew. Uh, Something that we're doing in the community, spreading the love, which I think this group does already pretty well. But this is amazing. Talked by somebody that knows me, watches the channel, gotten to know. We don't speak as often as we would like, but life gets in the way. But you start off with this awesome Topps Finest Bromont Ken. I love Topps Finest. It's probably one of my favorite for the Star Wars. Just that chrome looks awesome. Then the Mets. We got DeGrom, who I'm going to really miss this year, but I just think I hope he does well. I wish he does well with the Rangers. I am very indifferent about the Rangers. I don't care one way or the other, but I am a DeGrom fan, and I just hope it's a bounce back season for him and he gets 25 starts. Pete Alonso, and I don't think I have that one. That is, and now this one I know I don't have a die cut Pete Alonso Donruss. This one's awesome. And this is out of the Chronicles clearly. Donruss. Awesome card addition there. Gary Carter, Championship Baseball. I used to have this game. I wish I still did. It was in a box. It was like dice game, I believe, if I remember correctly, with a field. It had all National League and American League All-Star cards. I used to have a lot of the cards, and I gave them away and other things, and loved those cards. I used to love to play that game. The white, turkey red, Gary Carter. Love that card. Beautiful with the Expos. Then a couple of oranges. Syndergaard, Donruss out of 20. Another guy that I hope he comes back to young Thor days. I'm a Thor fan no matter where he pitches. No reason to hate on these guys for leaving. DeGrom didn't have a choice. It was either make more money, go somewhere else, or do another 1-year deal. And now he's just doing 1-year deals, it seems like. So thank you very much, Mr. Fisher Bike. I got to choose somebody. I think I know who I'm going to send to. So I'll be checking out for it. It'll be hashtag Card Crew, and I'll put down below that in the down below, because I have some stacks over here. I always keep stacks of cards to send out to people, just because it's next is just going to be some box openings. I thought with WrestleMania, and I'm doing a showcase on my Saturday, I opened 2 different boxes of wrestling here in the last month. Box of Spectrum, and these are my better cards out of that. It was a Chris Jericho box, so I got a Chris Jericho numbered to 99, I believe. Yeah, it's a silver or gold Spectrum. I also got the base card in that box of that. I don't want to save my autograph to last. Then the Sean Spears T-shirt, which won't too bad. Sean Spears, Mr. Perfect 10, whatever you want to call him. And then here's my Chris Jericho banner card, which out of a banner, you couldn't get a little bit something else on it. I don't know. As much as these Spectrum boxes are, this is a questionable head shaker. Talking to Carlos, you want to do something to make me want to buy your product again. I got 3 different Chris Jerichos, which I like Chris Jericho. If this was, 1995, I would be ecstatic. Uh, he's still the El Champion, one of the best people on the mic, but it's not 1995. And speaking of, I like the guy, but I don't know if I want his auto, Tony Schiavone. And he's not one of my favorite uh, people that announces either. But he's been doing it a long time. I was watching something on YouTube back NWA Crockett Promotions here in the North Carolina region, and he was doing that, and that had to be in the 80s, later 80s, very early 90s. Then I opened a box of Chronicles Wrestling. I'm a Chronicles fan. I know some people poo-poo it. It's not a big payoff on that box or anything, but it was the right price. So I got Dewdrop, and that one was numbered to $199. I don't know if she's even in WWE right now, or she's hurt. Charlotte Flair, certified out of $199. That's a beautiful, beautiful card. That red and blue. It's the Raw with the SmackDown person that kind of sets it off. This one I had to look at twice because it's red at $199. Just the Chronicles of Mandy. I Don't Work Here, Rose. Then this next one is Blue Prestige out of $99. I want to say this guy's Ikemen Hero, maybe? Ikemen rookie card. Nothing too spectacular. But this one, this is out of the Chronicles. So it's called the One, I think it's called. Or 101, but it's out of 10. Number 9 out of 10. Beautiful card here of China. Eighth wonder of the world, China. Not in their NWO gear, so this was later probably. This might have been the Eddie Guerrero phase of her. I'm going to throw it across the room. And then my autos, Sika, which is kind of coming back with, if you watch The Rock's show of his life, Sika's a character on there. It's one of his uncles. But everybody Samoa is related somehow. So when you say uncle, you don't know if it's really his uncle. And then William Regal. This is, to me, a good card. This is a guy, a grinder, never maybe got the respect he needed. He teaches now. He is somebody that WWE missed when he left, and we got him back when he went to AEW. Just very knowledgeable of the ring. He's just very tactitious in the ring, if that's a word. So really, really love the William Regal. I thought that was, if I was going to get a mid-card that would be the one that I wouldn't be too upset about. So some nice additions there. And then finally, my Pete. I'm going to have some Pete Alonso's Mets. Pick them up. I think these are all Pete's. So I've been just going on looking for the short prints. Maybe not necessarily this year. Yes, the further you get away, the harder it is to find some of them. But I'm just not going to pay a ransom fee for some of these cards that just came out. I'm already seeing some of the so-called box hits that I got one, not a Pete, another player, that I'll be showing off on another. I'll show you right now what I'm talking about. These heavy lumber cards. They're actually wood cards. Very nice. Got weight to them. Mark McGuire. It looks like it's the part of the bat. Looks like it's been seared on there. The Pete's, and they range anywhere from $50 to $100 on eBay. already starting to see them start to the $100 ones are not 100 anymore. They're already starting to come down. But there is some other New York Pete and Alonso fans. I'm not going to be the only one. So I'm just waiting to see when they start selling where they're going at. This is first is a Bowman's Best speckle board, I think is what it's called. Maybe not speckle, foil board out of $2.99. Foil board. I don't think it's going to do it because of the tape. But just believe me, $2.99. Or don't believe me. It's up to you. Next is going to be the X Fractor of Stadium Club Pete from last year, I believe. Yep. No. 2020. Whoa. See, I go back in time. I just picked these up as cheap. I throw out cheap bids and hopefully not too many of them stick. I did get another card in the mail, and I'll get to that in a moment here. I'll show that last. I got that mixed up in my stack. I was looking for it, and I found it. My apologies, and I'll get to that last because I love, of course, I don't love mail. I'm going to tell you to send me stuff, but man, to get things, and this guy was, and I'll tell more about it. So very, very, very heartwarming. We'll start with I got another card to show too from Mr. Fisher Bike. Laid it down and forgot to show it to you. The most important one. So I got the gold Bowman. Should be out of 50. Yep. Sometimes they change the numbers. 28 out of 50. The gold, you do have to come up on my pricing a little bit, but I still don't go crazy. I will not go crazy. Green, this year's Alan McGinter, they're easy to get. And I went for the blue one. Man, that thing went nuts. I don't know what, I know it's the color match or whatever, but man, that went more than the gold and this gold. So I got the gold and the mini as well. Should be out of 50, six out of 50. Before I forget, I laid this down. So we're going to end it with I got another Mr. Fisher Bike being Mr. Fisher Bike, Jason. So his auto, I appreciate that, my man. Dippin' Dots guy, Red Sox. He loves his Red Sox. Mr. Fisher Bike. If you haven't found him, which you should, he loves doing stuff in his car and nature, and then he's in his room. He's got a very cool little setup in his room. And from Sean Dolzlick. Sean, I'm sorry about your last name. Me and him hung out quite a bit at the last year's National. I hope you're at this year's National. I'm almost positive you're staying with Bobbles and them again. He got contact, wanted to know if I liked this card. I said, yeah, he picked it up in a lot, thinking of me, and shoot, I appreciate it so much. Got the pinstripe on it. Pete Alonso added to my Pete collection. I'm knocking on 1,000 cards for the Pete collection for the Super Collectors group. So that's my pickups and additions. I like calling it additions because you add to your PC in many different ways. Yes, not everything that I pull out of a box is going to be necessarily to my PC, but I don't sell too much. So in a roundabout way, it is. It's hard for me to define my PC. That's why when somebody asks, I know what my top 10 got things I focus on in order pretty much, and but after that it's just like I have a collection. So until tomorrow, I think I'm going to put out a little special video tomorrow. I might have 2 videos tomorrow. I got something in mind because I'm excited for tomorrow, and I can't imagine why. So until then, like, share, tell a friend. Please subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, we'll see you.